Got the little nuvi 30 here, 30LM that is. Now when you got one of these guys, you got to take whatever advantage you can get in order to improve the performance of this thing. What I'm going to show you here, this is nerdy, honestly. It is a nerdy thing, but if you have a nuvi 30, 40, 50, 42, 44, 52, or 54, this applies. What we're going to do here is write some checksum files. And what this will do is recreate the inventory of the file list within the system. What is the point of doing this? Well, it makes it run slightly better. Just not by much, a little bit. More importantly, it makes it more stable. So, well, you'll see what I mean in a minute. So when you're on the home screen here, what you want to press and hold is actually the battery icon. So, and you got to hold it for a good long while, about 3 or 5 seconds. Now, we see this, and yeah, on the 30, it's version 3.8. That was the highest version it ever went. If you have any other model other than this one, you should be at software version 4. If not, run it through Garmin Express. Instead of going next, we go back. And what we can do here is that we can start a test and then more will light up. So if we start more. So what it's doing is that it's going through all the files here. And what I will do, I do have checksums here. You can see them all on that side. I'll explain each one of these in a second. But if I go back and I clear them, I will show you what you will see if you decide to give this a go for yourself. So I'm going to clear them, and then I'm going to start and press more. And the first thing it usually does is that it goes through the voice files. Notice that it says working. It is reading that voice file right now. And then as it goes through them, you'll see the little checksum appear. But it's not done after that. The most important one, I'll get to that in just a moment. We just got to wait a second here. It's not fast when it does this, and it's not supposed to be, because it's, oh, there it goes, there's all the checksums. But we're not done yet, because now, notice up there, it's reading the, I think that means digital elevation model for that one. Read the time zone map. This is the important one right here, is the junction view. This is a stock nuvi 30LM. So it does have the junction view files in it. That right there, I consider that the most important for having that thing having a checksum written so that, yes, it does work correctly. Now when this is done, it won't say okay, it won't say completed, it won't say anything of the sort. You just kind of have to know when it's done. Oh, there it goes. Now I've got a checksum. Now there are certain ones here that will read as a fail. The demo, this does not have a demo mode, or if it did, it was erased at some point, so that's a fail, and that's okay, because no one ever uses the demo mode. And GTM20, that refers to traffic capability, which this cannot do, so that was erased by default. Not by me, but just it came bundled like that. And then you have your boot block, you have your loader, you have your system software, that all passed. The base map passed. The reason it says sup map erased is because this is using stock maps from Garmin. Time zone, junction view good, splash screen good. It is possible to change the splash screen on this. I don't bother with that. But it is interesting though that it says it bundled both the 4.3 inch and the 3.5, which is what this is. And of course, I told you about the demo mode. That's a fail. I actually do not know what FTL means. I suppose I could look that up, but I don't think it means much. But the point is, we've got our checksum files and our JCV, our junction view is good. So at this point, you can next and then exit. And when you do, you wait. It will reboot on its own. It takes a second for it to do it. There it goes. Then you let it do its thing. Okay. And reboot. You can see right there, yeah. I don't have any OpenStreetMap on this one. I will put it on here. I don't need to technically, but... And now we're good. So what happens is that the reason I consider the junction view the most important of the bunch is because that actually dynamically loads as you're driving. That's the thing that you see when you're approaching certain highway exits. And it'll show an image of what that exit looks like. Having that checksum written offers a little bit more stability in the way that this thing works. And it does load slightly faster, not by much, just a little bit. And as I said at the beginning of this, you want to have any advantage you can get to make this thing run as quick as possible. So that's a little thing you can do.